I'm Lady T506. Welcome to my channel. Hi everyone, today I'm going to be reviewing Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 8 Episode 4. We starting off with Kenya walking down the street going to Sheree's house. She's on the phone with Cynthia telling her how she was driving past Sheree's house, parked her car into her driveway, and then walked to Sheree's house. And my first thought was, if you was rolling down the street and you happened to pass upon Sheree's house, how come we didn't just drive into Sheree's driveway? Why are we parking car and then getting out and then walking over to Sheree's house? That was my first thought. But I was like, you know what? This is what she's giving us. Okay. It sounded kind of iffy to me. Don't know why you was doing all that. You could have just drove there. I mean, you was already in the car. Why are we dropping our car off and going walking? Maybe we wanted some exercise. I don't know. But we get to Sheree's house, and Sheree's outside sweeping, getting her house together. Kenya comes up to be nosy and see what's going on with Sheree's house, and she's amazed that up close this house is huge. And granted, this house is huge. I don't know why she needs that big of a house. It's only her. She only has 3 kids, and one of them's out the house, and she only has 2 younger kids. But hey, this is how she wants to spend her money. Who am I to tell her how to spend her money? So, and we got Kenya over here. She acting like she not gonna try to tackle somebody now. She like almost knocked Shereé to the ground. She trying to get inside Sheree's house. Cause she over there trying to be nosy, but the front door was locked. So then she's like, okay, I'm bum rushing you. I'm going to go around the back because I want to see what the inside of your house looks like. I'm like, why are we caring about what the inside of Sheree's house is looking like? We should be focusing on what's inside of our house looking like. But hey, this is Kenya. Then after they done talked and joked and did all that, now we're betting. Okay, whoever's house gets built first by Christmas, totally and all the way completely done, wins this bet. I'm like, is this what we're doing? We are 2 grown women, but we're betting on whose house is going to get done first by Christmas. Now, I don't know what the inside of Sheree's house looks like, but the exterior looks like it's all the way finished. Kenya, she looks like she needs both exterior and interior work done. So, I'm not saying Sheree's gonna get hers done because hers been trying to get together for quite a while. So we're just gonna see who's gonna win this bet on between Kenya and Shereé. Whose house is gonna get done first? So we have Kandi at home. She's somewhat taking Dr. Jackie's advice on getting some bed rest. Cutting back, not so much as bed rest, but cutting back. Don't be working so much. And Cynthia comes over because she needs a a shoulder to cry on, so a listening hand at this point. She don't have. I guess she can't really go to Mallory because Mallory, she's very judgmental of Cynthia's relationship. I just almost at the point. I know this ain't got nothing to do with what Cynthia and Kandi got going on, but it's almost like she wants Cynthia and Peter to break up because she want to get with Peter. That's like the vibe I'm getting from her. But that just made me just like way out there. That's how I am. I'm always thinking, suspicious of people, even though it's, had to be suspicious of Mallory. Mallory's always like she up to something. But anyways, she gets there and Candy's telling her how she got a cut back, but how her and Todd, they've been looking for buildings because they want to start a restaurant. And Cynthia's giving her like, girl, you sure you want to do that? Because I've been down that road and it is not a pretty road. It is ugly as all get out. But it may have been ugly for Cynthia and Peter because, Peter didn't really have the money to keep the restaurant open. Maybe that's why it was stressful for them because she was using all of her money. But, Todd has money. He doesn't have Kandi money, but he has money. So he's not going to have the need to go to Kandi about this. But Kandi, she doesn't really want to do a restaurant, but this is what Todd wants. Todd supported her when she had her play, so she's like, I'm going to support my husband. She didn't say financially. She just said support him in this restaurant that he wants to do. It. Cynthia, she's like, I don't even want to hear about restaurants. I don't even want to go to restaurants no more because Peter got his tail out of town like 5 days out of the week. We ain't really speaking. I'm almost at the point where I'm ready to sign on that dotted line that, hey, I, Cynthia Bailey, do not want to be with you, Peter Thomas, anymore. But she's like, with me and Peter, we talked about this. And, I love him somewhat, kind of, sort of right now. He loves me, and if we want to keep this marriage together, we're going to have to work on things. And I would like them to work on things, but in order for them to work on things, they both have to be there together. So we have Kim and Phaedra. They having a little swim play date for their kids, and Kim, she happy because Phaedra got everything together. I got the pool ready. I got a lifeguard for the children. So we can just sit back over here and have us a good time. And Kim was happy, like I couldn't sit and relax, and I ain't got to worry about my children over there passing out or drowning or any of that kind of stuff. Yeah, girl, let's do this. But Kim, she don't really have any friends. Not close girlfriends. Her day consists of carpooling, making sure the kids had their lunch, making sure her business is together, making sure her family got something. She ain't all about getting her nails done, going to the spa twice a week. That's like foreign to her. She's like, as long as I look like I ain't stinking and I done had a bath, I'm good. I don't get my nails done with fold. I don't go to the spa dates. And Phaedra's like, oh Lord, I gotta get this child together. She needs to get her nails done and go to the spa and have some pampering for her. And I don't know how, but maybe she just hadn't thought about it. She's been so focused on her business and her family that she realized that, dang, I don't really be pampering myself. Maybe I should be getting out there and having some time, hanging out with friends, not just so much as just spending money, but having time for myself, thinking about me every once in a while. Now, I don't think anything is wrong with that. If you have your family, you have your husband, you have your children, as long as they're taken care of, you want to do something for yourself to make you feel good, I don't see anything wrong with that. But Kim is realizing, dang, I've put everybody else's needs before mine. It's not so much that she needs it, but dang, maybe it would be good to me, hang out with somebody and you ain't got to worry about diaper changes and carpools and such like that. So after Porsha and Phaedra didn't visit the adult novelty store, Porsha's at home trying to get things all nice and sexy for Duke. He's away at training camp, so they can't really see each other right now. And she wants to, make sure he remembers what he has at home in Georgia. So she done got all her laundry on and got things together. And she's like, all right, babe, okay, call me back. And she's sitting there adjusting, looking through magazines. And then she's like, it's been an hour. So she calls Phaedra up. And she's like, Phaedra, I'm over here looking good for Duke. I didn't call him. He ain't called back in an hour. What should I do? And Phaedra's like, maybe the Spices don't have a relationship. Maybe he's not, you didn't gave him too much at once or at first. And now it's what else could she give me now? So she's like, if he ain't trying to, give you what you need, maybe he's just, an anchor around your neck. And maybe you need to just cut that anchor loose. And Phaedra, of course, is like, what? Maybe we not as compatible as I thought you was. Porsha, she was already picking out China patterns on their second date. So, he a little young boy. He ain't really ready to be settled down like that. And then after that party, I really knew he was ready to look for an exit. And I guess he didn't found the exit, but he just ain't told Porsha yet. So the ladies are going to Lake Lanier's. Kenya decided Cynthia, she ain't doing good right now. Her and her relationship, Peter, is kind of off. We need to have a ladies trip to Lake Lanier. Cynthia, without consulting Kenya, invites her friend Tammy. Kenya, right off the bat, she ain't really feeling this, but this is for Cynthia. This is Cynthia's friend. Maybe this is going to make her feel better, so Kenya goes along with it. So we got Kenya, Cynthia, and Cynthia's friend Tammy in the car on the way to Lake Lanier. And she's letting them know, yes, I know Shereé, and Bob, Shereé's ex-husband, is my best friend. So, this gets, Kenya's spidey senses up and her let me be nosy senses up. Oh, so you know all the backstory of what's going on. Girl, tell me some stuff. What's happening? And she was like, yeah, basically she called Shereé a gold digger. She said, I do not believe that Shereé would have got with Bob had Bob not had been playing in the NFL. I don't believe that one single bit. And I was like, I don't want to say that Shereé was a gold digger, but I do remember the first, second season, maybe it was, how she was saying how much money she deserved to get from this divorce, how she wanted 7 figures. And correct me if I'm wrong, I didn't hear her once say how much, it was I want my children taken care of. I don't remember that happening. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, y'all let me know. This is how we do over here. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't want to be continuously saying something wrong and be looking silly about this. She was talking about all the 6 figures she wanted, but I don't remember her saying, I just want him to take joint responsibility for our children. So, I'm not saying she's a gold digger, but it didn't sound too good for her when they was first getting divorced. Now I know you didn't be with this man, you didn't got accustomed to this lifestyle. this, that, and the third, but you know, your kids should come first. How their lifestyle is should come first, and not you. Maybe she did get some money because she done built this lavish house. That could have been money for your kids' college fund, get you a little small house, and not trying to do all that. But hey, this is her money, and that's what she want to do with it. So the boat hasn't even left the dock yet, and Kenya's mad. She's mad that Porsha had the nerve to invite Shereé, but she's like, well, Phaedra's not coming. This is an event for Cynthia. It's just some ladies having fun. I mean, what does it matter? Did you have only a certain amount of food for a certain amount of people? What is wrong? But she was like, you know, that's already strike one. I'm mad at this girl about this. But I think, now this is just Lady T talking, I think that Kenya was mad because Shereé put her on blast at her event, asking her, is there water in this bottle or is it products? You know, I think that's where Kenya's, you know, hatred, or not so much as hatred, is like why she was mad at Shereé. And then I thought it was so funny, the look on the lady's face when Tammy said she did not know what shade was. They was looking like, how dare you not know what shade is? They was shocked, like the girl said, I don't know what a leg is. That's like the look they was giving. But Kenya, she thinks Tammy know what shade is because she was being shaded towards not Phaedra, but Shereé in the car talking something. There she go, nigga. She wouldn't got with Bobby didn't have no money. So Tammy, she has no shame in her game. She's like, look at Kandi, my son is a rapper and I need him to get into the studio with you. And when can we set this up? And Kandi, she's trying to be nice, but she don't want to tell the girl, I don't know what your son is, but I ain't heard nothing from him. But Kandi, she politely said, you know what? I'm kind of busy right now. I'm already working with 2 other groups, and I got a lot going on. She's like, okay, that's all good, but when can we get an appointment? I'm like, really? I guess she's like, okay, I want my son to get out there. I know Kandi, she, you know, she got her own record label. This is the closest person I can get to that has a record label that actually owns a record label. But you know, Candy's like, you know what, I don't even know this woman. Maybe if she had came at Kandi like a different kind of way, but you up and like, we having this relaxing event, trying to, you know, help Cynthia out, get over her, you know, being all sad, and you coming in to me about business. It'd been different if like, after this little relaxing boat ride that, you know, she'd have like asked, you know, Cynthia, hey, can you know, can I meet up with Kandi, or got Kandi's number, and then at a different time. And then they saying that it was like asking her questions. She was acting, I don't know if she was drunk or what was wrong with her, but I'm going to need her not to say that her husband is Nazi white. Because it's like, okay, you married, okay, how's your husband? She's like, my husband is Nazi white. And I'm like, what do you mean Nazi white? But she clears that up. She's like, my husband, he is like happy-go-lucky. He is smiling from the moment he wakes up to the moment he goes to bed. He is always happy. I'm like, I'm going to need you not to say that about your husband. But like, after she made that my husband is Nazi white, Porsha and Shamea's like, you know what? We gonna go over there where the fruit is. And Kandi's like, y'all ain't finna leave me here with this old crazy woman. I was like, I wouldn't been surprised if while they was sitting there when Porsha and Shamea walked off, and some boat had rolled up with Bob and her son, and she put out some contract like, all right, I already got a contract already, you know, printed out for my lawyer. All you gotta do is sign this and my son can be on your record label. Like, that's the way she was acting, like she already came prepared with contracts. You know, the dude that was supposed to be on the boat, he's actually a lawyer too, that she done set some crazy mess up. That's the way she was acting. And Kandi's like, y'all ain't finna leave me over here. She's like, oh, what's going over there? Is that fruit? Okay. And just walked off. I was like, I ain't mad at you, Kandi. She was being a little too aggressive about this. So the ladies try to get Kim to relax. She done brought a book from home and she done brought her some snacks. But Kenya's like, how dare you bring some Tupperware and some snacks for home when I had this catered event? But Kim was like, what am I supposed to expect? Your last event didn't have no water. Looked like you had a paid bar. You couldn't even get the electricity going, and you didn't have no products in your bottle. So I took it upon myself. If I was gonna get hungry, I'm gonna bring me some snacks from home, so I ain't gonna be hungry on this boat. I don't know what to think when I'm coming to one of your events. I was like, ooh, she a little shady. So the ladies congratulate Kenya for throwing a decent event, unlike that hot box event they had last time for her product event. She's like, oh, thank you guys so much for coming out. And you, Shereé, like, how dare you, like, shade me and come for me at my event? But Shereé's like, I wouldn't be in shady or coming for you, but like, when I get invited to a certain event and there's product bottles, I'm going to expect product to be in those bottles and not water. And I'm like, well, this is true. I understand where Shamea is coming from. You're having an event like Cynthia's eyeglassware party. There was eyeglasses there because what? It is an eyeglassware party. If you're having a shoe event, you would expect shoes. So seeing as how this was your event for your product, you would expect what? Product in the tester bottles, not water. So that's not really Shamea's fault, but Shamea's like, you know what, I'm sorry if I came to an event and I expected to find product and all I found was water. But you know, Kenya should get on mad like, you are not fin to be disrespecting me at my event. You know what, Captain, turn this boat around. But Kenya's like, why are we turning this boat around because you didn't have product in your event and she called you out on it. Next thing you know, what happened? Cynthia's like, I'm gonna go see my best good friend Kenya. Kenya's like, when y'all become best good friends, but that's whatever. Porsha says, so I'm like, alright, whatever, bitch. And then Cynthia's like, what? Then they get to fight. But like, now Cynthia's mad that Porsha done called her a bitch. Now, here's the thing. They had been calling each other that all day long. They had been drinking all day long. But now, Cynthia, she's a little in her feelings, and now she's hurt because she thinks Porsha's being mean to her. But Porsha, like, and Porsha and everybody else collectively thought that they was just joking, like, y'all been calling each other that all day, so why are you mad now? Porsha's like, I'm gonna go over there and apologize to her. She took it wrong, but Cynthia, she's not having it. It's like, well, if you didn't do anything wrong, why are you apologizing? She's like, I'm apologizing if you took it some kind of way. I'm not apologizing for saying it. But then next thing you know, they get an argument and a fight, and I'm like, Kim is over there looking like, see, this is why I stay at home. Because people get liquor in their system and they don't know how to act. Now we got liquor in our system and we are on a boat. Now somebody can fall off a boat and drown. So that was the gist that went on. If I left anything out, by all means leave a comment or a video response. And like always, I'm thanking my subscribers and the people who watch my videos. I want you to like this video, comment, and subscribe. And share this video with friends on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and here on YouTube. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.